I left one camera in one place for 1 month, and I want to show you the wide variety of animals that walked by right here in the heart of DeKalb County at Mason Mill Park. This is Ranger Jonah, and when I first took on the job as park naturalist here, I considered myself a plant person. Tree identification, wildflowers, the organisms that you can see any time of day and that don't move around. But I have become passionate about the animal life that's right here in our park. And if they're in our parks, they've probably visited our yards as well. Of course, raccoons are some of the most common creatures that we see in our cities. But here's one you don't see every day: a bobcat. In fact, just a couple days after seeing this video, a neighbor of the park told me that they saw a bobcat on their Ring camera. And though bobcats are rare, though repeated visitors at Mason Mill Park, this creature, the North American river otter, is one of the most common animals that we see on our cameras. Other creatures just pass by, but these otters hang out right in front of the lens, especially on the night of December 21st. These two otters spent much of the evening sitting right in front of our trail camera, grooming themselves, playing, and trying to sleep. So let's speed up these videos and take a little watch at these river otters doing their river otter thing at 3 a.m. in the morning. The amount of grooming they're doing makes me wonder if this is just their standard amount of grooming, or if perhaps one of these otters is in a little bit discomfort. I mean, you see that one's trying to sleep. They curl up together, but one of them just can't stop licking. At least they're cute while they're doing it, right? River otters have 2 layers of fur, and they do have to continuously groom themselves, mostly to spread out the natural oils across their fur so they stay waterproof. Their fur is also incredibly thick. River otters can grow up to 450,000 hairs per square inch. And even that pales in comparison to their cousins, sea otters, which can have 1 million hairs per square inch. Of course, there's no sea otters in DeKalb County, but one of the otter's relatives, American mink, does live right here. Unfortunately, this month, no mink wandered in front of this camera. While the otters stole the show in December, some other animals were visible at the very end of the month and the very beginning of January. Birds like, of course, the common northern cardinal and the even more common gray squirrel. Sometimes when I check these cameras, almost every video is of a gray squirrel. Another common bird is the blue jay, and this one stopped by our camera this month. This camera is set up specifically for smaller animals like birds, otters, and beaver, but not so much for our megafauna like white-tailed deer. It's still very cool to see a deer on camera, but we only really get to see their legs or their back. Even a great blue heron is too tall for these cameras. These birds can grow up to 4.5 feet tall, though this one's not quite that tall. And there you have it. 1 month, 1 camera, 1 spot, and we saw 11 different species of animals. Stay tuned to this channel for more DeKalb wildlife. This is Ranger Jonah with DeKalb County.